Hi guys, it's Simon from Tech My Life Video. Now I know you've seen the title of the video, but basically to expand a little bit is that my channel is a tech channel, but it is not a electronics channel. So really technology is more than just electronics, phones and computers, and I mean obviously we do cases, but it's all linked back to the electronics. I'm quite fascinated by the fact that technology in other products has come such a long way. But there's the other angle to that also, that the manufacturing process has become incredibly cheap. You know, and obviously there's a lot of questions there in terms of how the workers are treated, but let's not get into that so much in this video. What we're talking about is Nike ID. Now, I'm sitting here on the eve, well not really the eve, I'm sitting here just 45 minutes before the 2013-14, I mean 14, All-Star game in the NBA is about to be played. So got to crank this video out nice and quick so I can get and watch that. But basically, I play basketball. These are some Nike ID shoes. Now, when I first started playing basketball now, that was only 3 years ago. I had a pair of shoes that were incredibly uncomfortable and destroyed my toes. So I went out and found shoes that were comfortable, couldn't find the design I liked, went, hey, this Nike ID thing looks like a good idea. So I designed up these. Now these are Kobe Bryant. They're 6s, I've got to get the number right. You can see number 73 there, that's my playing number, the year I'm born, yes, I'm that old. And yes, I only started playing basketball 3 years ago. So I designed up these shoes. Now basically, you pick whatever every panel that you want, make them any color you want. This is actually a purple. It's not that vivid, a purple. Probably looked a bit more vivid on the website. I thought it was going to be slightly brighter. Purple is my favorite color. But these shoes have seen 3 years of wear. I only wear them indoors. I don't wear them to the stadium. I just put them on when I get inside. So the soles are in pretty good nick because they've only been on the wooden floor. But you can see all of the eyelets on these shoes are actually tearing. This is kind of like a rubber. I hope you can get a good shot of that one. It's almost a rubberish feel. I'm not sure exactly what it's made of, but if you do these up too tight, your feet actually go numb. If these shoes look very big, they're a size 14. So it was time to kind of retire these. Now, Kobe Bryant 9s are just being released as we speak in very small quantities. I never got a 7, and I wanted to get some new shoes because obviously the eyelets at some point are probably going to snap on those. I also do basketball reffing. For reffing I need all black shoes, but I wanted some that I was going to feel 100% comfortable in. So I went a bit crazy. So I actually have two pairs that arrived in the mail. So let's start with black. Just let me flip the lid. So these are my new reffing shoes. They are all black except for obviously inside there, you can see inside. They again bear the number 73, which you can just see there. Oh, they also have my name, as do the old ones. You can put your name on them. Sorry, I just grabbed these ones. Name on the inside, first name on one, last name on the other. This one is actually black, writing on black. You may not be able to see that in the video. Every panel on this shoe is black. Excuse me. Kobe actually wore a pair that looked pretty much like this the first time he ever wore these shoes on court. He wore a blacked out pair before they were released. So he's got a pair and I've got a pair. But I'm going to be using these for my reffing. They are incredibly light. The technology in these shoes is quite amazing. This uses an engineered mesh. The new Nike, new Kobe 9s are using Flyknit, which is even lighter again. They use a boot design for anybody who's seen the new Kobe 9s. A few guys have been wearing them around the league while Kobe's injured. But this shoe is just ridiculously light. When you feel it compared to a normal shoe, it is a crazy light, and even in a size 14, it is very light. But the thing that interests me is that you can go a bit mad with design. So that's the black one. But really you are only limited by your own imagination. That is my playing one. I play in a team called Sputnik. We have a logo which is I'm just looking at that there. There's a bit of, see that on the Nike logo? See in the middle of the Nike logo there's a bit of a kind of a mark there. Having said that, these things are going to get marked the second I wear them. I actually think it's just a little bit of it's a little bit of glue residue, so that'll actually come off. But this one, obviously you can see the panels a little bit better. The sole, I'm not actually sure what you call the second piece there. You've got the heel cup, you've got the swish and the stripes down the back, you've got the main body panel, the laces. I think with this one the tongue is actually linked to the body panel. You've got the 73 again on the inside there. Interesting that that's red. Because I thought it was white on my design, but it may have been red. It's no big deal. I mean, I don't really care. My name is again on the inside of the tongue. But basically, you literally, as you can see, I mean, they're the two different shoes. They're exactly the same shoe. You basically select the panels. You basically tell them what colour you want the panels, and they make them. And although ordering them in Australia is quite a tricky process, with my original Kobe's I had to go through a service called Bongo, which is basically a mailbox service in America, where you actually send the shoes to the mailbox and then you pay those guys to send the shoes to you. With this one, I used another service called My Sneakers with a Z on the end instead of an S, and basically they just do the whole process for you. It's a bit pricey converting the Australian dollars, which the Australian dollar is not that strong just at the moment against the US, and you're obviously going to pay the additional postage. In America, however, you get free postage, and really the shoes aren't that expensive. You're paying around 140 to 150 for a stock standard pair of Kobe's. Now Kobe's can be quite hard to come by, so some of those pairs aren't really, you know, they're stock standard, but they're not in vast quantities, so they are a little bit limited. But you're paying about $130 to $140, and then to buy a set of these, the price has just gone up. I'm not sure why, but it was $185. I think it's $195 now. But you're paying not much more, and you're getting a completely customized shoe. You can go a little bit crazy. I mean, for a long time they didn't have plain colours in the body, they only had the kind of patterns. Then they went to plain colours, and that's why I was able to get the black, but you could make these any colour you want. You go to NikeID.com and you can check it out for yourself. But yeah, that's part of technology. I mean, to think of customised shoes years ago was just something that was not possible. Now you can get golf shoes, basketball shoes, running shoes, anything you want, customise it to your heart's content. I've actually torn my calf. I re-tore it reffing basketball the day before these arrived, so I've had them for a couple of days. I haven't been able to wear them, haven't been able to try them out, and it may be a few weeks before I get to try them out properly, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, check it out for yourself. It may be something you are interested in or not, but I am interested from a technology perspective, that we can do stuff like this, and I'm going to probably keep doing it. My shoes aren't, my feet aren't going to grow anymore, so I can always retire these and customise the next lot. You know, money permitting, of course, because as I said, it's a little bit more expensive. These actually cost me in Australian dollars about $320 each, Australian. So in Australian terms, they're quite pricey. If I was to buy a pair of normal Kobe's in shop, they'd be about $220. So about $100 extra I paid because of the dollar exchange and the additional postage. So there you go. That's the Nike ID thing. What do you think? I mean, where are some areas that technology interests you? I mean, I'm wearing 2XU, which is an Australian brand of sporting gear. Again, a lot of technology in compression clothing, all sorts of things going on out there. Technology is not just mobile phones and computers. I find this stuff fascinating as well. The amount of technology that goes into making this shoe so light, so strong. Yeah, it's good stuff. I'm just babbling because I've got nothing more to say and I really want to wear my shoes. I'm Simon from Tech My Life Video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I can talk more about clothing in other videos if you want me to. I just wanted to talk about these because I think it's quite special, and I'm pretty proud of my shoes. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye. And I know you've seen the video at the top.